Hi, I'm Angela and I'm the ministry team leader. This is the Training for Life Junior Small Group Leader. Okay, so as you come in the morning, the first thing that you're gonna do is check this. There you will have a different color. So Sierra, in my example, is green. So she just knows that she's the green group. There's going to be different stations set up around the room. So this one is the building block station. You can go just sit down at whatever station you want. And then as kids come in, they will get assigned to a leader. And so Sierra knows that she has the green group. And so let's say Ainsley's the first one here. You just say, Ainsley, no, you don't say this. No, so the large group leader will give them a little green sticker and they will introduce you to the child, and you can go to whatever station that they're at and play with them. Or if you have a lot of kids already and a kid comes in, just introduce yourself to them, ask them how they're doing, just so they know who you are and they're familiar with you before we start. So again, at the beginning, you are just on the floor at a station, at a table, playing with the kids. Just a reminder, we are not going to be holding any kids, so you shouldn't be picking any of the children up. Yep. The bounce house can only have 2 kids in it at a time, so you should, if you see kids over there, make sure at least somebody's over there to station, like park themselves over there, just so you know someone's watching the kids in the bounce house. No toys in the bounce house, and the kids must have socks on. So even if they have flip-flops, they can't go in. And then the large group leader will come over and they'll flip over the play sign, and then they'll play a cleanup song, and whatever station you're at, just help the kids pick up the toys, and they go into the bin that matches the picture, and everything goes back on the cart, and you can start getting your group together. So if you're the green group, just start gathering your children and go find a spot on the carpet in front of the TV for you guys. Again, you're just really trying to keep you should have like 3 or 4 in your group, just trying to keep those together with you so all the green kids are together. When you do sit down on the ground, no laps, so don't let them sit on your lap. Ask them to just sit next to you. Yes. And then once cleanup's done, the large group leader will turn that over, and then the large group leader will start Pop Talk, which is just a quick little 5-minute skit that the large group leader will do. And during this time, you're sitting with your small group leaders, and make sure you are participating. So when she asks a question, or when the large group leader asks a question, answer the question with them, or encourage the kids to answer. Just encourage the kids to participate, and you should be participating too. So if it's crouching down like a frog and then jumping, make sure you're doing that too, because the more involved you are, the more involved the kids are going to be. And then after Prop Talk, the large group leader will start the movie and music. So during the movie, you're going to still be sitting on the floor with your group, and you need to be interacting with the video. So when it's time to do the Bible verse, you're doing the Bible verse too. You're not just watching the kids do it. Again, the more they see you doing, the more they're going to want to participate. If one of the kids in your group is getting distracted somehow, just redirect them, have them come back and sit down. If you have any kids that need to go to the bathroom during this time, if your large group leader is available, they can take the child. If not, it's your responsibility to take the child. When you do take a child to the bathroom, you let security know, who should be right outside the door. Just let them know what you're doing, that you're taking kids to the bathroom, and you're gonna prop the door open so you're not in there by yourself with the kid, and then yeah, you're good to go. So then the other big thing is worship. So during worship, you're not going to be running around with the kids or playing Ring Around the Rosie with the kids. When we do worship, you will be following the motions on the TV. You will be doing that with your kids in your group. If you have someone that says they don't want to do it, just encourage them to stand. Say you don't have to do it. Just stand up. And then again, if they're standing, they'll probably do it anyway. So no holding kids, no running. There should never, ever, ever, ever be any running in this room. ever. So no playing tag, none of that. And then during worship especially, we're going to be paying attention to the video and doing the songs, singing the songs, and doing the motions of the video. Okay, and then after that, you just regroup your kids, so grab your green group or whatever and sit back down on the ground and watch the end of the video. And then after the video is over, your large group leader comes up, does picture passes, and then again, you're just helping the kids stay engaged during that time. And then after that comes story time. And this is when you grab, or you might need to spread out with your group a little bit on the floor, but the large group leader will hand this out for you, and you'll get one of your folders, and inside of your folder, you have some of these cool little things, and they have numbers on the back, and you have this paper. Okay, so if you follow the what to do first part on your page, it says to introduce yourself. So the first thing that I would do as a small group leader is say, I'm Angela, what's your name? And then I'd have them go around the group and say their names. And then you do the question and the answer. So this week's was, how can I be a good example? And then they should all say, I can live like Jesus. And then you'll do the Bible verse, and that has hand motions that you would have learned during the video. So encourage them to do that. And then, again, this is all at the floor in your little small group. Then you have these cards, and it says to lay them on the floor. So that's up to you if you want to do that. If you have kids that are like constantly wanting to touch things, then you might just need to hold them up yourself. So this one says, story card 1. Joseph's brothers sent him to Egypt. Joseph didn't do anything wrong there, but Potiphar's wife lied about him. Joseph was thrown into prison. And then you're going to go back to this sheet and say, who sent Joseph to Egypt? And then they should say Joseph's brothers. And you say, make a grumpy, mean face like Potiphar's wife. And you can go back to this and say, look how angry they are. Look, can we make a mean face like them? And then you go to number 2, and you read 2, and then you go to here, and there's going to be a question and action on each one. Once you get through all of this, which is all of this section, you will shuffle the story cards up, and this one says, place story cards in the wrong order and then tell the kids that it's mixed up and we need to fix it. So then have them put it back in the right order, and you can have them explain the story to you. Again, these small groups, you're going to be in these small groups until parents start coming. So this isn't like, hurry, hurry, let's rush through this. This is something that we take our time on and just really dive into the story and have them be able to talk about it themselves and ask any questions that they might have. So that you can spend as much time as you want on that. You have plenty of time to spend on that. And then there's a little bubble that is how you wrap up. And this one says, Joseph was in charge of all the food. What kinds of food do you like to eat? So again, you're just getting the kids talking to you. They'll probably really enjoy this part. And then at the end, you ask them what do they want to talk to God about, and you pray about it. And it can be a super simple prayer, whatever you're comfortable with. Yep, and then if you still have time left after all of that stuff is done, which again, this should be taking you a long time, you should be spending a lot of time on this. If you still have time, you can go back and do some other things with this. You can have them do the Bible verse again. There's going to be a sheet of stickers in this folder as well, to if they can do the Bible verse by themselves, give them a sticker, just to encourage them to keep participating. Yeah, so you're just doing this for a really long time, but it's really fun and they love it. So just a refresher, very first thing you do when you open your folder is just tell them what your name is. Tell them who you are and then ask them their names, and then you go from there. Super fun, super easy to be a small group leader. And if you have any questions while you're doing it, your large group leader is walking around helping you keep your kids in your group. Okay, so before you leave, this is the last thing that you're going to do. If you were a small group leader and you had a new person who it was their first time, you're going to write them a little postcard that will be sent out during the week. And this is an example right on the side, and when you're done, you will pop it in this mailbox. So this one just says, "Hey, blank, it was fun playing with you at church today. I can't wait to hear more about blank," and then just fill that in with something that you guys talked about today. Hope to see you again next week, and then sign your name, small group leader. So like Angela, small group leader. So that's all. Thanks for watching.